Well, you guys, Geoffrey Zakarian is best known for his sophisticated taste and signature style as a chef and restaurateur, but he's also an author, philanthropist, and TV personality. As the chair of the City Harvest Food Council, Zakarian works to help New York City's largest food rescue organization feed more than 1.2 million New Yorkers struggling to put meals on their tables. Take a look. Please give a warm Bill Brunch welcome to Geoffrey Zakarian.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
How are you today?
First time here.
Yeah.
Not the last.
Not the last.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little about what is City Harvest.
Very special, actually, because when you realize there's over 1.5 million people that don't have food, they're really insecure about food, and we feed them. And we feed them in a private manner by taking all the food that everyone in the state around us doesn't use at supermarkets, at Costco and Whole Foods and all that. And they donate it to us because the expiration date, those expiration dates, they're sort of ridiculous. Because we never had those when I grew up, we didn't have expiration dates. And somehow it was fine. But I think it's a way of both selling food quicker and making sure that the food gets pushed as a way of transit. But we take that just when it's about to expire. We gather it on trains. Sounds very simple. It's complicated. We put it in our facility in Queens, put it in refrigerated trucks, about 25 of them, and distribute them all over the New York City area, in Brooklyn and Queens and everything, every day. And we put bags of food together, so there's no sugar, there's no fructose. It's really healthy stuff, so we don't give them junk. We give people real food, like vegetables and great protein bars and real vegetables, real eggs, real stuff that just has a date on it that sort of doesn't mean much.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that's how we do it. And it's no tax dollars. It's all private, 100%. And it's really quite incredible. And we've been doing it for 35 years. And this year, I think it's 66 million pounds of food we'll give away.
Wow.
Right?
That's impressive.
It would have gone to waste. Would have gone right in the garbage.
Yeah.
Because what they do with that food once it's expired, they throw it away, which is just
so crazy.
So
shocking.
important to do this. What motivated you to get involved?
I've been involved for a long time, probably 20 years, as one of the people who actually would do galas and benefits like that and actually go and cook for this event. And then Eric Repair from Le Bernardin is the chairman. He said, would you mind doing this about 7 years ago? And I was like, wow. I'm like, of course, you don't say no to this. And it was just like riding a bike. I just got up and I just started doing what I do. So we have incredible chefs and incredible celebrities. We have an April gala coming up. We have Chrissy Teigen, we have Richard Gere, Michael White, and Mark. They're all doing the food. And it's incredible. So we'll raise in one night in April enough money to feed 17,000, not people, families.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's really remarkable.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's amazing. What, in your opinion, are some of the greatest food sort of challenges as well as opportunities facing New York City?
As far as feeding people or running restaurants, two different
That's
worlds.
interesting. I don't know. How do you want to take that?
I don't know. You tell me what you want to know. I can give you some of it. I'll make up an answer if it's not a good enough answer.
But maybe feeding people.
Feeding people.
I was like, I think
Well, as you say, there's 20% of our food that we use in this country of 350 million people, we throw away. So it's really remarkable. We produce it. We produce all the food we need. We produce more than we need. We ship it out, so it's really incredible. On less land than ever before, but we don't know how to get it to the right place. And when it's damaged or when it just rots, it rots, and we just plow it under. It's kind of terrible. So there is that 20%. That's, for me, the real issue. How do we get that 20% that's going to get thrown away anyways, into the hands of people who need it? And so that's a big problem. It just, stuff goes bad. Just simple stuff. So it's not, technology is helping. And we try to get all the restaurants in New York City have many charities where they come and they get our food that we haven't used that night and we give it to them. But there's a lot of rules and regulations, a lot of health issues. You can't ship hot food because it gets cold and the temperature gets bacteria infection and all that. So it's complicated, but we are finding ways to do it. So that's what we try to do.
Yeah. And what other like surprising facts about hunger in New York can you share with us right now?
It's surprising is like everybody, if you get in line and see, we went to a food kitchen last week downtown, and everybody that was in that kitchen, I mean, it's just it's so much dignity. They stand in line and they have lunch, and the pastor that was running this church where we were giving food, I mean, the food was like, I was watching, I'm like, wow, this is fantastic food. It was like I was shocked at the quality because I don't get a chance to visit them all. And he said, everybody here has a full-time job. That's what's shocking.
Yeah.
So it's not like people are just trying to get some free food. And even if that happens once in a while, who really cares? Because it's food and they're hungry. So if you're hungry and you want a free meal, it's like it's not a sin to go stand in line and get a free meal. It's just you're hungry. So what was really striking was about everybody's working. These are people who just need a helping, once in a while a meal that they can just get free from the bills of preparing food, because living in New York City is very expensive, as you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And can you tell us about some of the events that you guys have? I'm
Oh,
sure
we
there's
have-
something we can jump in on.
We have so
sometime.
many. I mean, April 20th, I think it is, we have the gala, which is
April 30th, yeah.
April 30th, I forget. And it's Chrissy Teigen is going to be there. Daniel Chris is performing. Yes.
Ooh.
Wow.
And it's a great soiree. It's about 700-800 people, and it's at Cipriani, so it's really fun and festive. And we have a blast. And they're fun events. These are not the normal sort of like sleepy events.
Right.
No one wants to leave, which usually once the dessert's served, everybody just leaves,
Right.
like a charity. But this is not one of those events. So
Yeah.
that's the big one. There's one downtown later on the pier, which is sort of a different crowd. But we have 4 a year, and
Wow.
they're all well attended. So 35 years we've been doing this. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
And we have a facility right over in Queens, right on the water, that we're actually moving out of because it's not big enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's one giant refrigerator with trucks. So it's really remarkable. The food comes in from a train, put it in a refrigerator, sort it, and goes out. So it's instant almost.
So you have this big gala on April 30th in New York.
Yes.
If people want to be involved or attend, what's the best way?
CityHarvest.com, just go on the website. We have all the information is there. They can actually come and repack. We have repacking days where
Nice.
you can bring your kids and just have thousands of pounds of food, and we give you bags and you repack it and we put it on a truck, and you actually see how much time it takes to pack individual bags for people.
Yeah.
And put it on a truck, and so people each get an individual bag with sweet potato and some canned goods and some really fresh vegetables and stuff
It's
like
so
that.
important,
Yeah.
especially in New York. I worked in the schools for a little bit, and I know that New York has a robust free food program in the schools, but
Yes.
they do that because a lot of kids don't have meals at home, especially
Yes.
over the
Oh my God.
weekend. So,
Yes, they
and
do.
when I hear about these bags, I know that those definitely go to families.
So important, and when we actually
students who need it.
we do mobile kitchen, so we'll put recipes in
Yeah.
there, and we'll go out. We have like 140 chefs. We'll go out on the panel, and one of us will man a mobile kitchen and
Yeah.
show someone how to cook sweet potatoes or turnips or stuff like that, or things that they've never
so
seen,
cool.
and what to use and how to be healthy. So we try to both create an environment where they're sustained and they're full, and they're also not eating like junk,
Yeah.
which is a lot of junk out there.
Yeah.
So besides your charitable work, you're a very, very famous, successful restaurateur, and we love restaurants here and
Yes.
food. So the Lambs Club at the Chaparral
Yes.
Hotel, that's yours.
Yes.
Can you talk about creating that specific experience in restaurant, but also, which we kind of mentioned before, how you see dining in New York has evolved and changed, and where you think it's
Yeah,
kind of going?
that's a big question.
Yeah, I know. Tell me.
We opened the Lambs Club 10 years ago, which was it's a place that was called the Lambs Club. It is the Lambs Club. It's not a club. It was a club for men only back in the 20s. Boo. I know.
Lame.
We changed that. Yeah. Thank you. No, we changed
I
it.
just
I was
want to
like,
go.
nice.
Yeah.
We changed it, and it was an actor's studio and a hotel and a grill, and then it sort of became run down, but it's a gorgeous building.
Yeah, it is.
We went in and we bought the building, and my partner spent almost over $100 million renovating it, and it is spectacular. So it's a Stanford White building. And anybody who knows Stanford White, he built Grand Central Station, that small building.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
that little thing.
Very small.
Understood.
It's really remarkable. It's 2 townhouses, and now we made it it's a 5-star hotel and a restaurant and a bar that I have there. And it's just gorgeous. It's just a beautiful thing. And it's in Times Square, which
Yeah.
is, very vibrant. So I call it like, it's just a cool room. It looks like
Right.
an Art Deco. I mean, that's what it looks like now, but
Yeah.
it never looked like that. We just created that. It's sort of like an Art Deco train station. basically.
Love it.
But it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. It's been busy ever since we opened. Thank you. And you know, it's hard. The restaurant business is a very hard business. Very hard. It doesn't stop.
Yeah,
know,
I know.
When I'm sleeping, it's open, and I get calls and texts.
Yeah,
you know,
all the
this hot-
time.
The gas went off. I'm like, oh.
Literally, there's all these little problems that come up that just you never expect.
Yeah, people say, well, what are you doing your day off? I'm like, well, really, I don't have a day off because we're open. We have seven restaurants, and they're all open, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because they're in hotels.
Yeah.
So it's just difficult to run those kind of businesses, but I
Yeah.
love it.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of your newest ones in Hollywood, Florida,
Yes,
right? The
Point Royal.
Point Royal, the Diplomat,
Yeah, it's great. Big
beach
seafood.
resort.
Yep.
Yeah. So is that seafood?
That's seafood. Well, that's more than just seafood, but it's right on the beach. It's 400 seats.
Amazing.
Right on, I don't know if Hallandale, which is a bit north of Fort Lauderdale and Miami Beach. It's by 20 minutes, but beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous. Very happy to be there.
That's a testament to your
Yeah.
skill, though, that these restaurants are thriving, because we know it's not easy.
Well, you know what helps being on Food Network because people watch you on the TV.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we do most of. I'm in the studio 100 days a year, so that really
Helps.
makes you people aware of what you're doing. So
Makes sense. And since we are a brunch show, what is your any favorite brunch spots in New York City?
wow, in New York City, God, there's 27,000 restaurants, which there are.
So
and
pick one.
Pick one. Well, there's it depends on what you feel like. Like I like going to Buvette down in the Village because it's so cool and it's like
Yeah.
you feel like you're walking to Paris. If you close your eyes and someone dropped you there, you'd swear you're in the left bank, right?
Yeah.
It's just that kind of place. I don't know if you know
I do like
a
Buvette.
Buvette. You know, gosh, there's just so many. I mean, it's hard to imagine.
But-
I know,
you know,
yeah,
it's like.
tough.
That's a good one.
It's okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
I mean,
good.
that's a good one.
You answered it. You
I know.
We'll
Yeah,
take it.
yeah. We'll
loved
take
it.
People struggle with the question sometimes.
It's so
okay.
hard because
Yeah.
you want to pick the perfect place. There is no perfect place.
There
But if
isn't.
you're-
There is no perfect
Like it's hard. Like people say, "What's your favorite restaurant?" Like I don't know.
Mine?
I want pizza.
Yeah.
I don't have the same needs every day at once.
Depends
you
your
know?
mood.
Yeah. We do what feels right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.